the growing pains for a young corner here, right? You're going to see the out route, and Okudah just loses it for a second. I like Okudah. I like what I've
about them needing to carry the team. He's on the outside working against Kendall Sheffield. Double move, stutter and go, gets by clean. I mean, this is a rookie receiver who plays beyond his years in the NFL.
He's one-on-one. Make you feel like he's going to go across the field and then just put on the brakes and whip it back outside. We've seen him catch many touchdowns in his career here as a Dallas Cowboy on that very route right there. And that's how you finish it off.
Been sitting on the route. I mean, he's not threatened at all. He had no safety help either. I mean, Devontae Adams could have ran right by him. But he's just sitting on the route, anticipating it, and then he drives on it as soon as it comes out. Tampa Bay, they needed a play.
Route running. Watch the sell to the inside and then the break back to the outside. Just really well done. Turns Cameron Dantzler around a little bit on that one.
18 yards on the connection, and Matt Ryan.
Jason Verrett, at one time, everybody thought he was going to be the next superstar. Pro Bowl every year, All-Pro every year.
8 yards, biggest play of the day on either side.
And what's amazing is Jaylen Johnson's respecting his speed by giving him off man. And, you know, I don't think he thought Bridgewater could fit it into that window. That was a tremendous throw. And I'm telling you, he knew exactly where he wanted to go. All he was doing was buying time, and they call this a smash concept with one wide receiver outside. He stops, and then you get all this space now for Robbie Anderson and Teddy Bridgewater to go and make that throw and catch.
the hard count, and I asked you before the game, what does Golladay do best? You said to me exactly this. He attacks the ball.
And Matthew Stafford knows it. Immediately, his eyes went left, located Golladay.
As I say, he's looked uncomfortable. Teddy Bridgewater drops a dime right over the top. DJ Moore finally making the catch. DJ Moore has been targeted so many times, and he finally gets this catch right.
Just inside slot. He's just going to run a little fade. He's going to stagger off the line of scrimmage, get on top.
On the game tonight. No question about it. Mosley coming back from a concussion, missed 2 weeks. Watch him turn his head around. Last second.
Allen Robinson's going to come underneath right here. Just run the ball because now you don't.
It's a back blitzing off the edge. Last week, 5 sacks by the Ravens by and there's T. Higgins just running a takeoff route and beating number 26.
Rock Ya-Sin.
Rock Ya-Sin got caught in a little bit of a double move and does a good effort of hauling them in, but it's all about Joe Burrow recognizing Cincinnati's been waiting for, and the ball's delivered before A.J. Green gets out of his break. What a great catch. What you're going to do is in, then out, and what Phillip Rivers is going to do is read the corner, throw the corner. He saw 23 break up off of Burton, and you're putting Johnson one-on-one with a safety. Twice so far, 3 times total that he's been targeted, T.Y. Hilton. And T.Y. Hilton's not able to create any separation.
So on the outside, working against A.J. Terrell.
Oh boy, a heck of a catch.
A lot of weight onto that right shoulder. Great concentration, great battling for the football, both guys, and you see all that weight comes down.
Of the football game, and he's getting caught in cover 2, playing short routes. Ad read by Phillip Rivers. What a great job of high pointing the football by Jesse Bates.
Did he get the feet in? Yes.
Watch Xavier Rhodes, 27. Again, working inside. And no separation created by A.J. Now he's probably getting held a little bit, but
Mosley, here's a guy that missed the last 2 games with a concussion, but he has been fantastic. He may not be the greatest athlete in the world.
Jaylen Johnson defending. Gibson comes up with the football.
And Jaylen Johnson, he read this route so perfectly. Look how he squats on the route. When you squat on the route, it allows you now to break up on the ball. He does that perfect.
What a really nice job by A.J. Terrell. There's the finish on the interception, but really, let's make sure it's a catch. Can't see from that angle, but what he did prior to that, he came off of his guy and jumped this route. He's got it between his legs. It never hits the ground, so that's going to be an interception.
When you have A.J. Green, who's gotten a little bit of a rhythm today, working on Carey, who just gives up too much space. Try to get Boyd right down the seam. And I don't think Joe sees Blackman. Blackman does not get any depth on the pass. Reading the eyes of the quarterback, Joe kind of stared Boyd down, and he had no chance. And Julian, there was nothing to drive him back off the football.
Sims for the first time.
There he is down here in the bunch. Watch the double move. He fakes the out. Logan Ryan bites the out.
Play the ball. Ward was actually in a pretty good spot. Keep an eye on him, and then he's just playing Diggs. He's no longer looking for the ball. He's there. Just turn and look. Yeah, you got the sidelines. So once you're working towards the sidelines, you know that, okay, well, he can't go any further. You can start trying to track the football. He never locates it. It's a good ball placement by Allen, and benefited by the pass interference on Ward. They're able to punch it in.
I mean, Diggs is bought in. He got both feet down, but Troy, we saw Stephon for years in Minnesota.
It shows you confidence. You talked earlier about Shark not going up for that go route. This is covered, and Matthew Stafford says, I don't care.
Let's take a look here. What the officials, I imagine, are looking at is the elbow. Where does it land? Because the elbow was the first part of the body that hit the ground.
And as you see it, I think it hits just on the white.
Scouted yourself. What was it? He said it's just indecision at times. There's been none of it when he's thrown to Galladay today.
Yeah, and Jeff Gladney does everything he can right here. This is a hard route to cover. You know, the in and out. Watch the savvy right here by Julio Jones. So you've maintained your man-to-man coverage. You're coming out. You think he's blocking you, so your quarterback can maybe try and get the first down.
A.J. Green, first of all, getting past the sticks, knowing where the first down marker is, and hand catching it, and tremendous throw by Burrow away from the defender. Giovanni Bernard, stand up and take a bow.
Zone, but they kind of get stacked on top of each other. So watch the break to the inside. You know, Cameron Dantzler's just too far inside. If you're going to have him doubled like that, you had Harrison Smith. That's trouble for the offense. Nice job in the coverage, undercuts it, gets the deflection, but just not in the air long enough for and third down. So it's going to be man-to-man right here with Jeff Gladney and Russell Gage. You can see the separation right there.
A gain of 11.
Yeah, and that play is set up by, you see, Justin Burst, the safety. He actually goes with Cordero.
Yeah, watch this. This is tight coverage by Kendall Sheffield. This is a job well done, both players. He's right there. That's just a good catch by Justin Jefferson when the ball gets there.
Devontae Parker was having an off year. There had been a dip in his production. He wasn't starting. And I remember going out to practice thinking, I want to watch him to see what's wrong with him, to see why he's not living up to that first-round status. And he had a quad strain in September, a finger fracture, and
just the familiarity that these guys have developed, the chemistry they've developed, the little back shoulder throw right there. You get Cameron Dantzler a little bit too far down the field, and you pull it back on the back shoulder.
Outside release, and gone is Slayton. Over, just barely gets the tip, and he's playing the flat. So he comes off the flat.
Front seven, I mean, they're just, it's hard to find a weakness. You can't just double.
To get the left foot in as he's working on Bradley Roby. Watch the left foot. What a great throw by Tannehill. Let's watch whether or not he gets that left foot in. There's the right foot. Let's see if the left foot is in. It never comes down in bounds. I don't think that left foot ever comes down in bounds. There's the right one. Ooh, his right shin.
In the magic play.
Just a great job by Hayden reading the play. Kind of comes off his assignment there.
Watch the first foot down here. Does anything else come down inbound?
This is where Pittsburgh gives you a ton of trouble. You can't. Third down, it's one-on-one.
And he's going to work inside and work back outside. Now, the throw was well done, and Pascal does a good job of adjusting to the ball in the air. And just a beautiful throw by Rivers, throwing away from the defender, throwing it behind on purpose. And Pascal with the adjustment. Big play.
Well, here he is, and they're trying. This is exactly what they're doing. They're double crossers here, trying to find somebody open. Look at Logan Ryan. Really nice job sticking with Isaiah Wright.
Throw here by Deshaun Watson. See how he has to slow down a little bit, and he underthrows it.
It's something to get going. I mean, that ball's in the only spot it can be.
We were just talking about Tim Kelly, the offensive coordinator, his brother.
Back into the sun, and that throw's got to be right in between as you see the safety McCourty come over.
Perfect position to defend the corner route by Will Fuller.
Emergence of a superstar is happening week in, week out right now. Look at it. He's kind of covered, kind of running by you. Perfect throw by Ben Roethlisberger. But look at how much ground he makes up and the size. I mean, he does look a lot like Megatron on the field.
Feeling or appreciation for Adam Humphrey screaming up the boundary in the play. And watch the receiver Cobb. He works up, knowing that he's going to put his foot in the ground, create some separation, and come straight back down and right into Roby.
He did Roby a favor.
He did him a huge favor.
And Isabella's just going to run down the middle of the field. He's going to have 2 goes.
Boy, he gets a double move on Daryl Worley. Right there, right, Lewis?
Yeah, I mean, he's just kind of like Daryl Worley tries to jump outside. He just goes back inside of him. Daryl Worley's got to get some cushion. He's got to get out of there. When you see guys screaming off the line of scrimmage like that, you can't stutter your feet. He should be much deeper anyway. And right there, I mean, Andy Isabella screaming down the middle of the field. They've been setting it up all night, Grease.
Really brings something to the table when you consider he's 6'4", going up against McCourty. Gets a little separation.
Exactly that. If you don't make it, you leave them backed up. To watch Jason Verrett here back into this interception. He had Woods on the outside, comes back, and that is a brilliant catch. You see why back in 2015 he was all the buzz when the top cornerback.
Complete. Well, and that tells you a young quarterback. I'm going right after the defensive player of the year. I'm going to put one right down the sideline, and he really, by the time Gilmore got turned around, I thought he was going to get a hand on it. He misses it.
To put Evans in here in the slot, and then he has to go beat his man, and he's able to do it.
See, as this ball's placed to the high and down the outside, looks like he's going to come up and have the touchdown. Just knocked out right at the last second.
The Houston Texans play action game, so it was well done, and you see a really nice route up top from Will Fuller. You know, most defensive back.
And all the stuff up earlier. Look at here. He's going to go up and out, pump it. Ward bites it.
Instead, they go 3 wides to the right.
What an interception
of Lamar Jackson. Watch him turn his hips, and when he comes inside, he's just off stride. That ball is even thrown behind him. ACL injury. He said, I'm feeling like I'm getting close to 100% back, and you can see that drive and the acceleration. It's a tough matchup for Howard because number 1 Crowder, 5'8", so he's going to be quick in and out of his breaks.
That's so good. He's in motion, number 14. And when he pushes up, see how he looks to the inside?
Well, let's take a look. This Darius Williams on the outside, I think, has been just sensational. 2 interceptions already, and they have needed somebody to replace.
It's a back play.
Well, J.C. Jackson was on the other side of the field in coverage on Jerry Jeudy, and he fell off. When Jeudy did a crossing route, Jackson just kept on drifting. So when last
time, Reynolds did exactly what we were talking about before, jump back through the defender.
Davis, he almost got an interception. This because Rodgers had time, but he had a chance. He just couldn't get it out there far enough. And
he gets a read on it pre-snap, that being Kyler Murray. He's going to him. You see Trayvon Diggs just kind of got turned around, gets single high safety, and it's one-on-one. Now it's where you go to work. Now you have to win, Amari Cooper. Stab him outside, come back inside. That's what he's paid to do. That's what they have to do. And just sit outside leverage. Why? Because he knows he has Buda Baker low and he has a free safety deep. I'm just going to take everything outside, the out routes.
Notice the throw. Patrick working up the sideline and not even aware that it was thrown to that back shoulder.
Down by contact, first down, New York.
He has him in the deep half of the field. Watch him turn his head and make a play on the ball. And once he does that, it ends up on his right cheek.
On Allen, and let's take a look at the back end of this play.
Well, that just shows you how strong Josh Allen's arm is. First of all, there's 2 guys there. And I don't know. I didn't see a whole lot there, but Josh Allen, you got to get protection up front if you're going to run that type of play to allow Brown to get down the field and allow Allen the time to throw it.
On the play. Result is an incomplete pass.
Dalton, he's picked off. It's Buda Baker down the sideline. Dalton's not going to stop him.
And Ezekiel Elliott ran him down from behind.